Mr. Roberts.
Well,
I had surgery with the last.
cancer
This tumor I had to get removed, so. Yes, it's all good. Good to see you. How are you, Tom?
gotta watch my language. Oh, damn it.
I always love how you got your list of all the things.
Yeah, that was mentioned at the last
Ellen,
meeting.
how are you?
They'll have to get over it.
I'm doing okay. I just told Robert this heat's about to get to me.
Oh, it's terrible.
I don't think I remember such a hot summer.
All right, let's rock and roll. Oh, and look, we'll have a gavel.
Like,
Not this long.
it's just, it's been bad.
Little Napoleon syndrome coming out in me. You know what I mean? Got my own little gavel. Well, good evening. It's still hot out, hadn't rained. It's August 13, 2025, gathering of the State of Lawrence Board of Parks and Recreation. It's good to see everybody here. Good to see folks out yonder. Does that come up? I know I'm live. I'm alive.
Roll on.
Yeah, we'll roll on. Thank you there, Misty. You getting out the minutes and agenda. You have the minutes in front of you. I'd entertain a motion from our July 9th meeting. If there's no additions, subtractions, corrections, I'd entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Real quick, this is more informational. I don't know if CCA, we're going to tackle that. It's the only new business that we have. We got lots of fun stuff coming up. If you get a chance, right out of the box, go out by Lee Road Park, and the guys are putting in our sand volleyball pit. And Eric, how much sand?
Starting with 140 tons.
140
Oh,
tons
wow.
of sand.
Just a little bit.
That's a little, yeah.
Just a sandbox.
No, it's a sandbox, yes. Just the latest edition going on out there at Lee Road. Last week, we did entertain and it was on Fox 59, did several stories of the International Drum and Bugle Corps. And Eric, they did use Lee Road, or Burns football field, correct?
Yes, the group from Atlanta did. It was a group our age, well, probably a little younger than me, but
Yeah.
they were his alumni group. And they looked like they were having fun.
I would agree. I went by there and I was like, what is happening? I was like, I remember.
Yep.
And to see the just enthusiasm and excitement and the flags and the rifles and all the things, it was just, what a lovely way to share our city's parks with those from out of town.
Real quick, I know Eric and Jamie have some local events they're going to catch us up with. I got a couple I'll share in a bit. Real quick, Eric, Matt, last week, a couple weeks back, an update on the Fall Creek Greenway Trail. You want to give us an update, Eric?
Yeah, things are moving along. We're having some concerns, not concern, we're having the duration for the permitting is taking a little longer than we anticipated. So we're certainly hope to bid yet this year, but it might be a February or March bid, just because of the permitting process. We did get authorization from the state parks that we can utilize some of the right-of-way or some of their actual property along Lee Road to push the trail in so we can facilitate the ADA standards that we need. So, but we did get that permission last week.
Okay.
Things are moving along.
Yeah, and it's like the process of writing and getting the grant was an adventure, but sitting in through the permitting and every permits and mitigating the removal of trees and worrying about the brown bat and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it makes your little head spin around. It just does. Miss Liz, Mr. Rick, both, one or the other, give us an update of our project money from the council. Please.
At this time,
We should, at the August 20th Common Council meeting, make an announcement that the $143,000 is, which is the GO bond capital improvement funds, will be turned over to the very capable hands of Director Martin, and projects such as to $90,000 trail ADA compliant at Veterans Park, equipment, swing set equipment ADA compliant at the community park, at Richard Street Park, ADA compliant playground equipment will be put in. And
Is that a whole playground, Eric, or is that just swing?
Swing at Explorer Park and then ADA
I
accessible.
hadn't gotten to Explorer
Oh,
Park.
okay.
And Explorer Park.
Okay.
So, but we will, so this is a preview of that. There was some confusion about where the money came from, and, but it's been figured out, and projects will be completed. And thank you so much for everyone's encouragement. And
Patience and encouragement. Patience.
Yes. So, Director Martin?
If I can just add on to that, the roughly $36,000 that we'll have for playground equipment at 45th and Richard, the timing is correct that we're going to be able to use the grant funds. Game time equipment provides a
Right.
one-for-one match. So if it's a cash purchase, we can actually purchase $72,000 worth
Oh,
of equipment
okay.
with that $36,000.
And and it's going to be dedicated towards Richard? Or?
Yeah, it'll be a
Okay.
modular unit, just,
Okay.
So we've already got the design on it. It's just a compact little piece of equipment, but we'll utilize it for that.
And you're,
But again, the match will help us stretch that money a little further.
and you're amazed, $72,000 doesn't buy you much playground equipment. You just go, huh, it just doesn't. Well, thank you, ma'am, and thank you, council, for helping us out there. Appreciate it. Real quick, Eric, because I hadn't paid attention, is the Broken Musical Swing back in action?
Not as of yet.
Okay. And they have to come from Canada to fix it, is that?
Well, there's a local company that installed it, actually.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm hoping that they will come do the work on it.
Got it. And that's over at the cultural campus. Eric and Jamie, like I said, are going to update on the events. Couple I'll share is Sunday, the new Lawrence Township Schools Administrative Building will have the ribbon cutting there on the Civic Plaza area. Time coming, and LCLN play each other a week from Friday in football, and so it lets us all know. And I guarantee it's going to be cooler. All right, so we got those events going on. Colleagues, anything for Mr. Eric?
The master plan for Community Park?
Pardon me?
Where's the master plan for Community Park? What's our stand?
They were supposed to get us something by the end of this month, and start putting some numbers and things together for the 1st of September. That we'll have another committee meeting in September,
Okay.
okay?
And the proverbial constant parking lot?
It's the proverbial constant parking lot. I've been in communications with our estimator from Milestone Construction, and he's working on getting us update numbers on that. So he's actually redoing the quote that he provided us in '22 with all the existing, and including the ADA accessible at Veterans Park. So it's all included in that quote. So once we get it, then I'll have a better idea of where we're at.
Do we make any progress on where the money's coming from?
Not yet,
Okay.
just honest.
Real quick, if you get to driving around the back of Community Park, Eric, real quick, touch on the sewer work.
Oh,
I saw some stuff back there.
Citizens Energy Group who's responsible for all the main lines and force mains and things in the city of Lawrence, are redirecting a portion of force main around the hill at Community Park, so you'll see some work there. They're gonna put in, I think it's a 18-inch pipe. It'll be above ground, except it'll go under the road. They've already cut the road and the walkway, but the pipe will be exposed for some period of time. Then they're revamping the existing pipe that's in the ground. They're gonna seal that and put additional manhole in, but it will probably be several months in duration that they'll be back there.
Anything else? Go ahead, Darren.
I just wanted to say that today I was driving down Post Road by the fields there
Uh-huh.
and see that the railroad has really done a nice job of clearing out the brush. And so just want to share my appreciation for ensuring that that is cleaned out and
We-
it looks good. Just,
We thank you, and it's actually our street commissioners doing that.
they have done a very nice job, and so just kudos to them.
Yeah, he's been working back there about 2 weeks now and still has a lot more to go, but it's very cleaned up quite a bit.
Looks good.
Thank you.
The loggers in Lawrence, can we,
I just saw that note, and I need to get that agreement in process.
yeah, I mean, it's, just like to get that on the record.
Yes.
Who's responsible for the maintenance at the Arts Building and the theater? Are we responsible for the maintenance and upkeep there?
In exterior or interior?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Yes.
Yes. It's shifting. Of course, we maintain the Starrett Center inside and out. The theaters and the Visual Arts Center have been kind of a unfortunate catch-all over these years. DPW has done some work, we've done some work. Next year, it will fall under the auspices of the Parks Department. We'll have to budget for any repairs that, so thank goodness we're doing some remediation and some drainage issues in the theater. That's being paid, thankfully, out of the bond issue.
Okay.
The mayor authorized that out of the bond issue, so it's being paid from that, and that will happen sometime in October, so.
Okay, good. That's good news.
But the day-to-day maintenance is gonna fall on the Parks Department in 2026.
Okay. Now, like youth activities, we've turned some of that over to I-9 Sports. But, I'd still like to see us look for more things that kids can do, that aren't professionalized.
Yeah.
kind of
Travel
things.
team, yeah.
Yeah,
it's in it,
to
the travel team.
try, now that we've got personnel that can do that.
Yeah,
Right.
I think we ought to be looking at, where are the gaps in what's happening around here, what does school?
Now,
what does
FC
school-
Pride has a fairly robust in-house league, non-travel,
Who's that?
soccer at the FC Pride.
Okay, yeah.
They have a robust in-house, but, we know both our little leagues, Lawrence Township football, quote unquote, they are playing almost exclusively at LCNLN, and they are exclusively travel. So that was kind of the idea of getting I-9 out here with flag football as a starter. Hopefully it gets a good takeoff. That's the goal. I think as far as the baseball component, I really would like to have a non-travel Little League baseball program going, but let's face it, that's 3 leagues in a city. And if you throw in within a 5-mile radius, you've got Fall Creek, Oakland, and Skiles Test. You have those 3 established leagues that are up and going. And then you'll throw I-9 into the pot there. Throw that on top of competing soccer. I just struggle a little bit to see if there will be the numbers to have a non-travel baseball program. I'm just being honest.
Maybe there's some other things that.
Oh, yeah, they have a whole
That's,
litany
you know,
of different
I'm
sports,
saying now
yes.
that we've got personnel, could we look at some of the other things that are possible?
And Jimmy might interact here, but just last week, Roman and I were talking. He has the capabilities. He's in discussion with Indy Parks about borrowing their archery equipment.
Oh,
They have
okay.
a portable range that they can bring out targets and bows and all that stuff. So we were discussing how that might work and whether it's specific to a school or to a park or how we market that, but.
Because even the idea, because they mentioned, because they're playing basketball up there in Hamilton County HSE schools, LTBL, Lawrence Township Basketball, operates completely out of all the elementary schools. So I would say, don't necessarily need competition for that, but the idea of archery is something,
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
It's
You know,
unique.
things that we haven't even thought of.
right, it's unique.
Yeah. More different kind of things, so you get more kids involved that wouldn't be in the conventional kind of sports.
So I know in my previous role as the Executive Director of Enrichment Programs for IPS, we were able to work with the DNR on archery. So that might be something that Roman looks into, because I know we have archery now, like all of the things archery. And I'm also wondering, just out of curiosity, we have here in the city, we've got the Boy Scouts. Is there, I mean, they've got that indoor facility there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there is some
We've used it
opportunity.
with my, as team building exercise with our guys and gals cross-country team at LN.
Yes.
It is it's a hell of a adventure
It
inside
is.
there with the activities they can do
Yep.
in that center. Now, the Boy Scout Park is much smaller than it was at one time, but that facility they have there for team building activities is off the chart. And even through the state park, they have the kayak and canoeing program that's for, but I'm not sure what the state age for that is, 'cause that's where we practice
Yeah.
all summer.
So I'm wondering if, like, to the point that you were making about connecting, like, Camptown would be another organization that we might connect with to see, because it may not be necessarily, because I do hear what you're saying about having the additional personnel, but I also know that the feasibility of being able to run programming like that is very challenging. And so I wonder about.
And they
like,
are for-profit.
Yeah.
Yes, and
What-
they're not going to endeavor unless the bottom line for them is the bottom line.
Right, but I am wondering, is there an opportunity for us to connect with some of those organizations, such as, like you've said, like, I think it's Super Smart Indy Parks, but like Camptown or other organizations to offer, it may not be a whole, it may not be a whole season of something, but is there something where during the summer, like my daughter took advantage of Indy Parks, being able to go to Camptown through Indy Parks over on the west side? And so is that something that we might be able to offer shorter-term opportunities for kids, not necessarily long-term, but partnering with other organizations? Because I do think that, whereas I appreciate what you're saying, Tom, I do think that running leagues like that it's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
And the capacity to do that, just maybe tapping into other outside organizations.
Got it. I like that.
Yeah, I don't really care who does it.
Yeah.
As long as the opportunities are there for the kids.
A variety, and once more, I'm showing my age here, because, the only things I focused on there for a moment was stick and ball activities.
Yep.
And you got to think, I hate using the phrase outside the box, but you're really not, but a variety of different activities.
Because for a long time, we haven't had the personnel to
No,
get,
no.
figure out all these things. Because it takes time and effort,
Right.
even if you're connecting up with somebody, some organization to do these things, it takes a lot of effort. But we've got the personnel now, and I think that's what's a direction we ought to be moving in, is trying to look at what else can we do. We've got some facilities.
I knows we do, yes.
Let's use them as much as possible. I want them used.
Like I say, we have our own parks. We have the state park, with the Boy Scout park. So,
Yeah.
in partnering with Indianapolis, I saw what their park budget is. Thank you, partially, citizens of Lawrence. Thank you, Unigov.
Not just a little tax money, but.
Yep, $57 million, so,
Good. Doing one other thing, the raises.
Yeah, where we at budget, just the B word all the way around.
Budgets, I haven't had the discussion with the mayor, but I'm going to again, so. And then, as far as the budget, Crow is working, we're working with Crow this year, so I'm, again, not sure what the process is gonna be. We've already turned in our preliminary budget, so.
What's the next big date? September 10th.
It should be the 1st of September.
Okay.
They should get it to the council by either the first meeting in September or their mid-month meeting in
Okay,
September.
probably mid-month, 'cause I think the 1st is Labor Day this year.
And now that we're going to have a wheel tax, that should answer the question about where's the money going to come from for next year. So, you know, that was a question that was brought up at the council meeting, the last one I saw. And so if that's the case, you know, the money's there for this year, we know that. The money's there for next year with the wheel tax. So there shouldn't be a question in my mind about the raises unless somebody can show me differently.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the wheel tax can be spent on. I don't know if that has to be infrastructure, but if it's
Well,
infrastructure.
it's part of the budget anyway.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's a pool of money
Yes.
there that we figure out.
I hadn't been there before, yeah. Right. Any other questions? Mr. Martin? What do you,
Really, that's,
events coming up?
I'll let Jamie touch on those.
She was comfy back there. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie.
Good evening.
Good evening, kiddo.
Hello, everybody. First, I want to address I-9. So while I-9, the main focus was flag football, they will actually bringing flag football, soccer, and a multi-sport discovery. So flag football will be from ages 4 to 14. These all will happen on the same day in the same time period, so there's not any other additional days that we're adding or anything like that. So for ages 4 to 14 for flag football. Soccer is ages 3 to 6, and then the multi-sport one is ages 3 to 6 as well. So it'll introduce them to a bunch of different sports, like, well, not a bunch, a few different sports.
Right.
Just to see how the kids, like a trial and error for the kids. While we do have extra personnel, we still have more than 20 events that we put on throughout the year.
Yeah.
I understand.
So we are trying to continue to do programming throughout. So we've been in discussions with a couple of local DJs and photographers to bring like a DJing photography clinic, just to get outside of sports, right?
Right.
So thinking outside the box, what else do kids like to do? Kids
Yep.
love music, kids love photography. All of that can be done on their phones that they keep in their hands all the time now. So we've been working with a few people to see how we can make that happen as well. So we didn't forget. I promise we're working on a bunch of different things. So as you discuss the budget, so there's also that. So we
Yeah.
look for sponsors constantly. If you all know of any sponsors that you want us to reach out to, I am here for it. I have no problem asking for money. Events, what events do we have coming up? We're working on a movie day, hopefully on August 29th. The original date was August 22nd. That's not gonna work because LN plays LC at LN on that day. So we won't be doing that. Hopefully August 29th at the community park. Or no, I'm sorry, at Cultural Campus. Then September is kind of busy for us. So we have Barbecue and Blues on September the 13th. Then we have Loggers in Lawrence on September 20th. Dia Latina de Lawrence has been canceled, so that will not be happening on on park property. So that is no longer happening this year. Then we get into October where we have Halloween Fest, and then we might actually partner with the state park because they do a trunk or treat, and it's actually the week before the Halloween Fest that we usually have. So we thought about partnering with going in and working on some things with them.
And farmer's market goes to when?
October the 2nd, 4 to 7, every Thursday.
There you go.
And Wish TV, so I don't know if you all saw Wish TV at our farmer's
You
market on
look
July 24th.
good. You're a star.
No.
Want an autograph.
No. But it was a huge success. So people came out in big numbers. We had a lot of vendors. We probably had about 50 vendors out there. a large audience, yes. A large audience, and then Wish TV did broadcast live from the event the entire day. So they were actually there at 3:30, so interviews and all that started around 3:30.
And you're gonna have a good day tomorrow. It's not gonna be too hot. But this seems like every Thursday is the hottest day of the stinking week.
It absolutely is.
God,
At least it's not raining.
Somehow, it only rains around us. It
Yes.
never hits
it's just
us,
hot.
which we get a couple of drops, but that's it, so it's fine. That's it
I
for
think
that.
that's it.
So, Janie, I love the idea of the DJ and photography.
Yeah.
So my daughter last year went to Freetown Village Camp. I'm sure you're familiar, but they had a partnership with Butler the last week of camp where it was all of that. It was like DJs, it was rapping, it was all of that. So I don't know if maybe reaching out, maybe you already have, I don't want to insult you, but it just may be an opportunity because they did a phenomenal, just a phenomenal event. So I'm happy to connect you if need be. But Freetown Village, last year at least, beautiful opportunity for kids
You know
through
one of the
Butler.
ladies in that, so I would
Yeah,
like to-
so it might just be a good contact.
I also want to say, yoga for Forever Young Club will start on the last Friday of every month, starting this Friday, or this month, and it'll be chair yoga. So it's still focused on the 55 and over crowd.
Ooh,
But
Tom,
anyone
Ellen.
is welcome, so it is chair yoga, it's easily
Eric.
accessible, so that's going
Rick.
to start this month as well.
And I just
see you
appreciate
there.
you thinking outside the box. I love it.
That's
We're
good.
trying. Thank you.
We're thinking.
I get this new hip, I'm there, baby.
All right.
I'm gonna go buy me some new yoga stretch pants and everything.
New hips are nice.
Yeah. Eric, anything else?
No, just.
We got soccer tournament coming up over Labor Day, correct?
It is, it's, yes. It's
Got
a invitational only tournaments. It's-
How many teams, 100?
No, they're only using, I think they're using 4 fields, so.
All right. Well, we have one actionable item, and this is the agreement between CCA and the City of Lawrence Parks Department, Parks Board, for use of Alexander Park, 2 fields beginning September 2nd and ending November 3rd, 2025. $25 per game per field for a total fee of $1,170, payable first date of each session. And they have the insurance, they've got the hoop jumping done. And they're still out at Lee Road pickleball?
No, this is Alexander Park.
Okay.
They're, so their numbers were so small over there, and there was some, the diamond just wasn't in very good shape, so they've asked to move to Alexander Park.
Yeah.
As of right now, they don't have enough teams to enter the league, to do the league, but their deadline's next week, so I
Okay.
wanted to get this before you, and
Okay, got it.
in case they do have enough to have a fall program.
Do we still have other softball out there?
We do. We still play Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays.
Okay. So what day are they, what day CCA?
They-
Monday.
Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
Monday. Okay, got it. 6 to 9. Any other questions? I'd entertain a motion to enter into an agreement with CCA Recreation and the City of Lawrence Parks Board for use of Alexander Park, September 2 to November 3rd, 2025. $25 per game per field.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. I better sign it.
Mr. President, I one of the questions. Football, are we still,
Pardon?
do we still have tackle football?
No,
That's all gone and all under the schools now?
yeah, and then once more, you're seeing it's actually, what's insane about it, they actually started playing travel league football at LC and LN second week of June, and they're Saturday, Sunday until the snow flies.
But they're
Literally.
playing, they're not playing on our field?
No.
So all of ours is flag football now?
Flag foot, when it's out there, we got flag football, we got the hurlers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Okay,
that would be
that's
this
fine.
fall, yeah.
Yep,
I prefer flag football anyway.
there you go. Anything from the audience to add to the good of the cause? Going once?
I do have one other thing, Jeff.
Okay.
I told this gentleman I'd bring it up. David Bowes has a church that meets at the Boy Scouts Center on Fall Creek, and they're in process of selling that building.
Right.
So they're losing their lease on that building. They would like to rent Gin Park every Sunday, plus holidays, and maybe some Wednesdays for Bible study. I'm a little reluctant in giving a year-long contract to, especially on a Sunday when we have a lot of public that use it for meeting or for weddings and birthdays and family reunions. So I just, but I did tell him I would ask and see what the Parks Board's feelings were on it.
I agree. Eric and I talked about this. I'm not anti-church using it, but when it went to the extreme of the days, that's 52 Sundays, even 20 Wednesdays, and holidays, depending on what, Christmas, Thanksgiving, blah, blah. I personally felt, a monopolization, I hate to use that word, it's the only thing that comes to mind, but to me, that sounded like a whole lot. And about the time, they wanted to use Gin Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's our high-end facility. So from this chair, you guys can add your 2 cents. From the chair, not against them, but it's just a monopolizing of too much time.
Yeah, I tend to agree with what you're saying, but were they willing to pay the whole
What's the rate?
freight on this?
Well, I don't think so. I think they just wanted it for a couple of hours and they could open it up in the afternoon, but we don't do it that way. We just have an all-day rental, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna, I guess my wondering is that I agree, especially if this is one of our primary facilities, but if the church is meeting, I'm just thinking logistically, if church is meeting from, let's say, 8 until 11, and then birthday parties, family reunions usually don't tend to be until the afternoon, could it be a win where instead of a full day rental, it is a partial day in the morning, but then we still can use the facility in the afternoons just on Sundays?
I think the issue we've run into, that gets a little crazy when people pick up the keys and they go, when can I go out and decorate?
Gotcha. Because
Because if it's a big birthday, a big family reunion, I know we had Jim Zeller's retirement party at a Gin Park.
Yeah.
They wanted to be out there earlier. Pat
To set up,
Mallory,
yeah.
was having his son's graduation party out there, and Mom, I met her, wanted to be out there early.
Sure.
So I think that's the drag on it.
Gotcha.
I realize the request on Gin Park, but have you potentially identified maybe a location that could suit their needs?
Well, I mean, the activity might be one, or,
You're inside my head, I asked that.
and I'll bring that to his
I was gonna say,
attention.
how
I'm
big
not
are
sure how-
congregation
I-
numbers?
I don't know.
Because I was thinking of the activity, whatever.
The activity center.
Building.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that exact same place is there in the back. If it's a congregation, that building can accommodate 50, 100,
45.
45. We got the parking. So,
I'll make that recommendation
Okay.
to him.
and being the new, it's darn near new on the inside anyway with renovations, but I was thinking exactly that place also. So run that by them.
Good thought.
Good thought.
All right. Anything? Council, folk, come on down. Mr. Wells?
Give me a minute.
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you.
Get there, it just takes me a minute.
Get a little catch in your giddy up.
Yeah. For those that don't know me, Rick Wells, Council District 2. I have a few questions that I'd like to ask the council and/or Eric. The playground equipment proposed to be purchased with this grant from the council. Do we have any idea what kind of a time frame once that money is done?
Generally, it takes about 8, 10 weeks to get the product here. Yeah, it's made the product we've always used is made in Fort Payne, Alabama, but it's usually here.
Okay.
It's And anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, probably.
So it's not, the equipment's not exactly a shelf item, I take it then?
Some units are, but they make most of them.
Well, constituents asked me if it would be feasible or plausible to think that this new equipment could be put in yet this year, but probably not in time for the kids to play on it, would you think?
It'd be close, yeah. I mean, we're not adverse to putting it in, during the winter months, so it's ready to go in the spring, but, it's not a real big unit. We could probably do it in 3 or 4 days' time.
Do you, the board have any update from the administration on the parking lot paving of, there's some sort of a stormwater thing that was supposed to pay for that, and Yeah, I know
We're
we
still in
haven't-
this discussion, Rick. The past controller didn't want us to start anything until all the stormwater was done and they were all lined up and ready to go. Paving,
Infrastructure component of it.
yeah. We're hoping with the new controller coming in that we can push that along, because you've got to put the pipe in, the drain in, before you put the asphalt on top of it. So,
Right.
And from my understanding, the Stormwater Board has already approved that project, so it can go forward anytime.
Now, is that gonna be a Poindexter, in-house, whomever?
That I don't know.
I guess they're out of
Yeah,
company,
they'd have
kind of
to-
what they do.
He'd have to
Yeah.
quote it, but I don't know.
Do we know if that's going to be the elaborate proposal that the previous administration was looking at, or we're just looking to pave it?
No, we're putting under drains in and the islands along,
So they're still gonna do the islands?
yeah, just for traffic control issues.
Okay. One other question, this may be a little bit of an unfair question, but, we've got next year's budget looming at us to get done. Have you been working on that, or are you?
I've already turned the Parks Department budget in for,
You've already turned it in?
yeah.
Okay, great. Can I ask, was there any significant changes from this year to next year, or do I need to open it up and get a surprise?
Oh, no, total, I asked for some additional funding in of course, the personnel division, but other than that, no, there wasn't a lot.
In personnel? That would be like for maintenance people and such?
Yes.
I got you. I think I'm done. Thanks for all the help.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anything else? Going once? Oh, Jamie. I know. I haven't seen you all week. Pick on you.
FHRA donated money to help add improvements to Civic Plaza, so we're getting some swivel chairs, kind of fun chairs where kids can sit in and roll around. 2 swings for the pergola that will go up
I was gonna ask.
in good weather, down in bad weather, and then concrete cornholes that will have our city seal on them as well. So, just wanted to let you know.
I knew that had been kicked around.
All but the cornhole have been ordered and should be here by September.
I'm gonna ask Silly, putting it in, installing, how's that work?
I think it just sits on the ground.
Okay.
And
The
they're
cornholes? They just
heavy.
sit on the ground, but they're very heavy.
Yeah,
Okay.
So they can't get up and walk.
yeah.
If they wanna steal it, good luck.
And I made the mistake of offering the mayor today that McCordsville just put in some concrete ping pong tables.
Why?
Well, why did I say
Make
that?
eye contact with a cat, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna follow you
So
home.
now we have to go out and look, see if we can.
Where's it
Put
at?
it,
It's on their Civic Plaza, or Civic,
Is it McCordsville?
Yeah.
Okay, I may go out there and take a look.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Being none? Let's go home.